This is Peter Barron from Admissions Quest. In December of 2009, I visited and toured Westminster School, a co-ed boarding and day school in Simsbury, Connecticut. My tour guides, Olivia and Chris, introduced me to a school steeped in tradition that nurtures and educates its students to develop and explore academic interests, athletic and artistic talents, and a commitment to the community. We began our tour in Westminster's chapel.
So this is the chapel. We meet here 2 to 3 times a week.
Our chapel program is non-denominational, meaning that we have no religions. The 6 flags that we have up there stand for different religions, and also it's just a student or a faculty member speaking about an experience they've had, but it is non-denominational. It's just a good way to get the community together, and that's about it.
So do you have opportunities of students to speak here as well?
Absolutely, yeah, and we are encouraged to give chapel talks. I know some of the alumni remember chapel talks that they gave, or remember chapel talks that a teacher gave them. It's just it's a fun way to get the community together.
And also sometimes students will share their talents, or like piano playing or singing to the community.
And so have you two been up in front?
I have, yep.
How did it go?
It was good. It was nerve-wracking, but it was a good experience.
Good. You feel that much better for doing it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Great. And I imagine it's going to be one of those experiences that resonates with you after you leave?
Yes, absolutely.
Great. So where are we right now?
This is a brand new academic center. It actually just opened this year. It's been very exciting. As a student, it's just been a great experience. All the classrooms have the best technology yet. And then right now we're in the Armstrong Atrium. And right here we hold assembly twice a week. They're much more informal than chapels, just to get announcements or anything that needs to be said.
All of our classes take place in this building, so it's really easy to find your classes. Our biology and math are on one side, and humanities, languages, English are on the other, and in the center you have the atrium and the library.
Yeah, so I imagine in the winter, like now, when it starts to get cold, this is going to be a yes.
Absolutely. And also each department has an office, so if you can't find the teacher, they're probably going to be in there. It just makes the teachers more accessible, which is really nice as a student.
Right now we're in the Cole Library, named after Mr. Cole, our headmaster, who's actually retiring after this year. One thing that is very nice about the library is that there's many different places to study. You have your silent rooms where you can meet with a teacher or group. You can't really hear outside the room, so it's really nice because you can have your own private area. And then there's group tables, or and there's a lot of computers accessible to work at upstairs and downstairs.
So we're in the school's lecture hall right now?
Yep, this is our lecture hall. The sixth formers or the seniors, we have English once a week in here. Just getting used to, just bigger classrooms. Not in every college will have 12 students in a classroom. And then also you can have meetings in here. We can watch movies and so on. But it's just a nice room.
It fits about a form, so a little over 100 students. And sometimes speakers will come, or poets, and we'll have meetings in here.
Yeah, one of the things that strikes me about this facility is that, it must be an amazing place to learn. Have you noticed that other students are kind of picking up on that, and have habits changed? Has the vibe changed?
I know that during free blocks, students are definitely utilizing the study spaces more. There are study spaces walking around on the 2nd and 3rd floors, just little lounges, and also in the library there are amazing places to study. You can always find somewhere quiet to work, so definitely students are taking advantage of that. I'd say the overall consensus is really, really, really happy to be here.
This summer I was just looking at colleges, and you can't really find anything like this, or what we've been spoiled with this building, and we're just very lucky to have it.
We are in the theater. The fall play and the winter musical and the spring one acts take place in this building. It fits about the whole school, and its unique shape makes it really easy for everyone to kind of have a front row seat to the performance.
We also have guest speakers come in. We have a poet come in every year. And I know also some kids, our theater program is great, and kids are encouraged to be a part of it. And some kids thought they'd never be involved with theater. They'd never think they'd be in the musical or in the fall production, and they just tried, and they end up loving it.
So we're in a dormitory right now?
This is Memorial. This is a boys' dormitory, and on each floor we have a common room. And on each common room there are a bunch of couches, nice TV, and then also on each side we have a dorm parent living. They're pretty much like your parents being away from home. And then also on each floor we have a dorm prefect. A dorm prefect is a senior, so if a student doesn't feel comfortable going up to their floor parent, they just go talk to their prefect, and then the prefect will go convey the message.
Okay. So I'm seeing grit and grace all over the place. In fact, there's some rather large banners right behind you. Can you tell me what it is?
Grit and grace is our school's motto, so to speak. I think of grit and grace as kind of grit on the sports field and kind of like integrity and trying as hard as you can, whether in the classroom or out on the sports field. And then grace also in the classroom, you know, being polite, and also on the sports field, having just sportsmanship and just putting all your effort forth.
Yeah, grit and grace is definitely a very memorable motto. It's something that I'm going to take out of my Westminster experience later on in life. You know, grit and grace for me means that, you know, try hard and do the best you can, and then grace is doing it properly and doing it at 100%.
So we're in the fitness center right now.
Yeah, right behind us we have the weight room, and it's open during the day and during the weekend. I know my friends use it very often, and also teams use it during practice. They can come in here. And then downstairs we also have the pool. We have a swimming and diving team in the winter, and it's also open for the people of Simsbury. And if you want to use it in the beginning of the year, you're giving a student ID, so you just have to show that, and you can swim whenever you want.
So we're in front of the quad right now. Tell me about the space and what happens here and all the buildings that are around it.
It's kind of the central part of campus. All the dorms are right around the quad. It's often utilized in the spring and fall a little more than the winter, but a lot of weekend activities, kind of just a place to relax and just meet with friends and stuff.
Yeah, actually in the fall last year we had a faculty soccer game against the students, and it got pretty intense, but it was a lot of fun. And then we also have wireless throughout campus, including the quad, so you can come out and do your homework there. And it's, like Olivia said, a nice place to hang out with your friends, just throw a lacrosse ball, play soccer, and so on. It's a great area.
In the spring we have also like a couple of festivals. We also have barbecues out there. A lot of just, fun activities take place.
Sounds like it's a hub for campus.
Yeah, and then in the spring we also have a stickball tournament. And it's definitely the most intense sporting event I've ever participated in. It's taken very seriously. It's one of our oldest traditions we have here. And it's by floors, but it's a lot of fun.
So we're in the dining hall right now. How's the food?
The food's pretty good. If you don't like what they're serving, there's so many options. We have a sandwich bar, pasta, salad, cereal, so you won't go hungry.
Okay, so you guys have done a great job taking me around campus. You know, here's the money question. You know, why has Westminster been a good place for each of you to go to school?
Sure. I mean, Westminster has 393 students, so we're a pretty small school, and we pride ourselves in having a small and welcoming community. Since the first day, I definitely felt like I was home, and that's been very important for me. All the teachers are great. If you're struggling with the class, they're probably going to email you before you email them. They're very supportive. The relationships you get to build with them are very special.
I'd say mine is quite the same, the tight-knit community, but also Westminster has taught me how to balance my time, my workload with sports and social time. I really think that the balance that I've gotten to, that I've been able to maintain at school is going to help me throughout the rest of my life.
Yeah, and I imagine you both feel pretty confident about going to college after the Westminster experience?
Yeah, I'm well prepared.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you both. I really